Christian Horner has been running his mouth lately about how he and Lewis Hamilton seriously considered joining forces. And now, the 7-time world champion has come out of the woodwork to tell everyone that it's all blabber. Their opposing claims have left everyone confused as to which party is telling the truth. So, who do we believe? See for yourself in today's video. Lewis Hamilton has refuted suggestions that he initiated talks with Christian Horner earlier this season regarding the chance to join Red Bull. He clarified that it was actually the team principal who reached out first. At the start of the season, Hamilton kicked things off without a contract for 2024 with Mercedes. This sparked a flurry of media chatter, speculating whether he might conclude his decade-long tenure with the Silver Arrows and make a move to one of their competitors in the paddock. Hamilton laid those stories to rest with the announcement of a 2-year contract extension with Mercedes back in September. This week, a report emerged in which Horner asserted that someone from Hamilton's team reached out, exploring the potential for the Briton to join Red Bull in 2024. Earlier reports had also suggested conversations between the 7-time world champion and Ferrari, which Hamilton had refuted earlier in the year. In the lead-up to this weekend's season finale in Abu Dhabi, Hamilton was questioned about Horner's remarks. He responded by saying, "I've not approached Christian, I haven't spoken to Christian for years, and no one from my team has. I've checked with everyone. No one from my team has reached out to him. However, he reached out to me about meeting up at the end of the season, and I was like, I hope you're well, I wish you all the best, congratulations on an amazing season so far, and I hope that I am able to compete with you in the near future." Now, Hamilton shifts his focus to the track, where Mercedes is locked in a tight battle with Ferrari for the second spot in the Constructors' Championship. Holding just a 4-point lead over the Scuderia, Hamilton acknowledges that he and his team have a challenging task ahead if they aim to secure the top position. He said, I wish we weren't in the position we were in. I wish we were where we had been, that nice margin for a period of time. But I guess it means we've got to work harder this weekend, and I'm definitely excited for the battle. Don't know what we will be able to achieve. Ferrari are often quite quick here, but I'm definitely quite hopeful. In the midst of the ongoing narrative surrounding a rumoured discussion between Red Bull and Lewis Hamilton, the British driver has asserted that Max Verstappen is not inclined towards a collaboration. While talking about the matter in Abu Dhabi, Verstappen claimed that he wouldn't mind facing off against Hamilton in the same team. On the contrary, Hamilton made his scepticism known, stating to the media that he doesn't think Verstappen would be receptive to such a proposition. "I'd be more than happy to race against Max in the same car. That'd be wonderful. I don't think he wants me to be his teammate. I checked with everyone on the team and no one's talking to them, but they have tried to reach out to us." The idea of a collaboration between Hamilton and Verstappen stirred up considerable interest, given their fierce rivalry throughout the 2021 season. While things have simmered down between them since, with Mercedes facing challenges, the clashes and controversies from their title battle remain a hot topic. Hamilton claimed that Horner's contact was initiated through him messaging an old phone number. "I basically had picked up my old phone, which I just found at home that had my old number on it, and switched it on. And then obviously hundreds of messages came through, and I realised there was one from Christian to get together and have a chat at the end of the season." Conflict of statement aside, Lewis Hamilton may actually want to consider making the switch Christian Horner has been talking about. F1 commentator Peter Windsor has once more raised doubts about Mercedes' choice to swap Valtteri Bottas for George Russell, asserting that Russell is eating away at Lewis Hamilton's self-confidence. Even though he played a pivotal role in securing 5 consecutive Constructors' Championships for Mercedes after stepping in for Nico Rosberg in 2017, Bottas found himself replaced by Mercedes at the conclusion of 2021 to pave the way for Russell, a product of the team's driver academy. Bottas' departure, now competing for Alfa Romeo, coincided with Mercedes' downturn as the team grappled with challenges in adapting to the ground effect regulations introduced at the beginning of the 2022 season. Russell emerged as the sole Mercedes driver to clinch a victory in 2022, finishing over Hamilton at the Brazilian Grand Prix. But Hamilton has mounted a robust comeback this year and currently holds a commanding lead over his teammate by 72 points as they head into the season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix this weekend. Yet, Hamilton has not secured a race victory since the penultimate round of 2021 in Saudi Arabia and is on track to experience a second consecutive winless year in 2023. Following the qualifying session for the Las Vegas Grand Prix last weekend, where Russell claimed the third spot on the grid while Hamilton settled for 10th, Peter Windsor, the 1992 title-winning Williams team manager, shared his opinion that Mercedes made an error in replacing Bottas with Russell. Windsor senses that the pressure is beginning to take a toll on the 38-year-old Hamilton. After admitting he couldn't go any faster in the Las Vegas qualifying and falling in Q2, Hamilton's frustration is becoming evident. Windsor shared his thoughts via his YouTube channel, stating, "When you watch Bottas in that black Alfa, it looks a little bit like Bottas in the black Mercedes days, and you still think, did Mercedes do the right thing in firing him and replacing him with George Russell? Not because George isn't quick. George is a quicker driver than Valtteri, absolutely no doubt about that. But in terms of getting the best from Lewis, would we have a different Lewis if Valtteri was in the other car?" That's an unanswered question, of course. My opinion is yes, and I think the minute George starts to go quicker than Lewis, you can see it eating into Lewis's self-confidence and doubt. You can hear him on the radio saying, "What is the margin?" And when they say where George is, you can hear a breath of, "Oof." I thought Lewis's comment at the end of Q2, "I just couldn't go any quicker," was very telling. Maybe that's to do with the temperature he had in the tyres and the amount of grip level he had, but I think it was also, "I gave it everything and I can't drive like George Russell on a circuit like this." Windsor's recent comments follow his earlier assertion after the Japanese Grand Prix in September, where he claimed that Hamilton always wanted to keep Valtteri, not necessarily because he loved Valtteri, but because it was the right balance for the team. He drew parallels between their partnership and the dynamic between Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez at Red Bull, who went on to clinch the 2023 World Championship. Just weeks before the announcement of his exit from Mercedes in 2021, Bottas disclosed that Hamilton was eager for him to remain with the team, sharing this information with Finland's MTV Sport. "Lewis has told me directly that he would like me to be his teammate." Renowned F1 team owner Eddie Jordan asserts that Lewis Hamilton's stellar performances in 2023 have made George Russell appear second-rate. Russell's presence on the podium in 2023 is limited to just one occasion, aligning with the achievements of the two Alpine drivers. In contrast, Hamilton boasts an impressive 6 podium finishes this season. The recent episode of the Formula for Success featured discussions by Eddie Jordan and former F1 driver Martin Donnelly, dissecting the performances of Hamilton and Russell throughout the year. Donnelly started off the conversation by saying, "Lewis, to be doing this since 2007, to go and pack a bag, unpack a bag, go to an airport, jump on a plane, even if it's a Learjet, to still have that mojo to keep doing that year in, year out." To which Jordan responded, "To do what he's now doing, and honestly, he's making George Russell look a bit second-rate now at the moment. And George, at the beginning, we were thinking at the beginning of the year, he's mustard, he's world-class." With the facts handed to you, who do you believe? Take your pick and tell us why in the comment section down below. And, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.